All right. So, what's good, y'all? It's been a while. I apologize for not uploading anything. I have been, let's just say it's been a very weird month, to say the least. And a lot of stuff happened, both in game and in real life. So, yeah, we're back. Not gonna get into that, but it's all Gucci. We're back. We chilling now. But while I was gone, there was a lot of updates for Call of Duty. Now I have been playing a bit, but just doing the entire progress for the Orion. What I'm mostly interested in, I don't really care about anything else aside from DMZ. Honestly, like Warzone's has been pretty boring. If you probably keep up with Call of Duty news, Warzone isn't in a good spot. They're aiming to change that, but I'm not really a Warzone YouTuber or anything like that. So if you're here for Warzone, you're gonna get very disappointed. But hey, listen, it's not my thing. So yeah, if you're here for Call of Duty Warzone stuff, I'm not gonna cover it too much. I like Warzone, but not that much. DMZ and multiplayer are my main thing. I'm not gonna really deviate from it. Let's move on to the actual news that's gonna happen. They did put like a whole blog post or something on the Call of Duty website, or rather I should say, I need to correct myself here a lot because I need to, because I get things wrong all the time. Infinity Ward put this blog post on their website, but I saw it on Raven's Twitter, so yeah, that's what we're gonna kind of look at. It's not really too much, but I'm assuming, I mean, it's less than a week before the season ends. But the DMZ update is the thing that I want to talk about because it's really interesting as to how they're doing it. As you probably know, Ashika is a new place for, I think, Warzone. Yeah, so for Warzone, it's a new place. And it has a new exclusion zone for DMZ, which that kind of goes hand in hand. So we are getting a new map for DMZ. I don't know if it's gonna be the same thing or not. We'll see if a trailer drops before the end of the week, but I assume it's gonna be next week. Season 1 Reloaded. I never really did Building 21 because it was hard as shit just to get the little card. The little key card to enter. I don't care about Building 21. The only reason you would go in there is just to get the M13. But yeah, they're updating that though to make it easier to get the access to Building 21. There's gonna be a new boss. It's called the Bomb Maker. Hopefully it's not bugged at the beginning, because man, that was annoying. Just getting the chemist was just annoying. Like it was one of the things that just did not want to make me play the game. They do have a little refresh and reset type of thing. So they said previously we announced season 2 will include a reset and faction mission reset. So they're gonna basically reset everything, but you get to keep your, I think you get to keep your slots, your weapon slots. So if you have a weapon in your slot, you're fine. Contraband weapons will be rolled back to the starting weapon. So that means that the starting weapons, I assume they're gonna take everything out. I mean, you might as well if you're talking about restarting it. Key inventory is gonna be emptied, so the keys are not gonna matter. I don't really care about the keys. I never went anywhere because I always die everywhere. So yeah, insured weapons you unlock from previous faction missions, that's not gonna be reset. So you're still gonna have that. But if you're doing, for example, a season 1 faction mission, if you're in the middle of doing a mission for that faction, I think that will be reset. So you have to make sure you complete it, or you could just wait, because it will get easier from what their wording is here. So it's just gonna be easier. Then they go like, they're clarifying that it's just gonna so for example, previously acquired Almazra weapons rewards will not be reset, with the exception of contraband and keys. So contraband and keys are gonna be reset. So whatever you have in your inventory, it doesn't really matter because they're going to reset it anyway. Then they go into as to the why they're resetting, or they're doing a refresh. I mean, I can think of a lot of reasons why they're doing a reset. Mission progress in season 1 got too difficult too quickly. Really? No, you guys are watching, huh? With season 2, we're making sure each mission's challenge and time requirements are more balanced. Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. Like even the tier, what was it, tier 3? The tier 3 missions are bananas. Like you have to like extract with 13 grenade, gas grenades, flash grenades, and snapshots. Like that's insane. The 302 room, that one I still hadn't done yet, at least at the time of doing this video. Man, it gets progressively bad when you realize that there are things in the game that prevent you from doing so. Already the game being kind of like difficult to play, but I'm just glad they're doing a change for it. I hope it's not bugged again. It's just like, that's the problem that I have with Call of Duty, that it's always a bug that kind of messes up with everything at the beginning. So we're gonna see about that. So the key stash will now be able to hold specific mission items. You must gather from one exclusion zone and bring to another. So this allows us to longer missions and utilize all of our exclusion zones. So they're mixing in exclusion zone keys, I assume. Again, that's pretty good. With new mission set, we can employ multi-location missions that send players to Al Mazrah, to Ashka, and to Building 21. They're making the missions be... Okay, so the mission refresh, not only is it going to make it new, but I assume it's just gonna be like a combination of all three. So it's gonna combine Ashika, Al Mazrah, and Building 21. So that way you can do your missions all together, and you don't have to kind of like do them at specific maps, which will be kind of weird. Unless I don't know what they mean by this little wording here, but I assume it will have to be with the missions being together on all three maps. I don't know if they're gonna rotate the maps or they're gonna keep all of it and you choose which map you want to go into, but we'll see about that. I don't really know, but interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Then the last one, to complete this reset, DMZ may have to go offline for a few hours before the launch of season 2, and yada yada yada. That's all they really say about that. There's gonna be a new faction. It's called Crown. So you have Legion, then the other two, White Lotus. I forgot the other one. Well, I forgot the name of the other one, and then Crown. So a British group shrouded in mystery. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but then they talk about enemy tuning. The one thing that I complain about the most in the multiplayer video that I made, it is so bad. Like the AI is just so bad. They're actually looking at it, so they're gonna balance the number of AI spawning, the accuracy at range, and all that stuff, which is great. I please just make them a little bit easier, because not only do we have to deal with players, we have to deal with AI too, being like, aimbot at this point. Dev update says, we can assure you the AI combatants in DMZ are still not to be taken lightly. That's fine, I don't care. Make them hard enough so that I can actually have fun, but just don't make them unfair. Like literally don't make them spawn in front of my face. Like that is just the one thing that I hate. Other than that, have fun, guys. Just give me what I need. Then the spawn points are another thing, that spawn points are gonna get like really like different now. I've noticed how all the time I just been spawning at almost the same exact point, which is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. Let's see, we've also made changes to exfil, boss, and dead drops locations across all monsters. So they're gonna change the exfils. That's all great. It's all good and dandy. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Not just read. So I really hope that this is a good change for DMZ, because I don't know, it's still in beta, so that's another thing you have to kind of look at. It's still in beta. That doesn't excuse a lot of things, but it's still in beta. So let's see, mission difficulty tuning, data and feedback reinforcement of the faction. Mission difficulty ramp was too aggressive for many players, and the demanding scale ultimately made it very challenging to unlock this second insured weapon slot. Yeah, so that's kind of goes back to what I was saying before about the difficulty. It is like it's hard to get a second, like for example, complete all tier 3, or complete all tiers for like one let's just say White Lotus or something, or Legion. If you complete all 3 tiers of those, you get the second weapon slot, but the problem is that it's extremely difficult and it's so long. It takes so long just to get it. And again, you die in Warzone. You die in DMZ and you're pretty much done. You have to kind of do it again. Yeah, your mission progress is saved, but like it's just such a time, like it's a time wasting like endeavor. It's not fun, essentially. So I'm glad they're changing that too, so I can at least have 2 before 30,000 hours of just playing this game. So completing all 3 missions in season 1, we have adjusted the overall scaling of difficulty in missions as the tiers progress. Later tier missions will still be quite challenging, even for the most experienced operator, but we believe more straightforward access to an additional insured slot will provide a better path forward for all players. Yeah, well, that's kind of the point. Good, love to see that. Crashes. Surprisingly enough, I only had 1 crash, so I don't think this affects me too much, at least for me anyway. But I'm pretty sure I've heard a lot of people, and I heard about this being an issue. I don't necessarily have that issue, or I never really had it. But then again, I rarely played DMZ because it was extremely difficult. So take that, take that as you will. So yeah, then they go on to say that in the future there's gonna be more changes and stuff like that. It's and then yeah, that's pretty much it. They're just saying look to February 15th, which is where the season 2 comes out. So that's in, yeah, that's basically a week from now, give or take, like a couple days. So I don't know, I'm excited for it because I want to see what they're gonna try to do. Because DMZ could be fun, man. It's just that there's just a lot of stuff that they kind of just should have had that before. And it's weird to me how they kind of wait this long to do this. But listen, I'm not gonna complain too much, even though I wasted a lot of fucking money just buying this fucking game, just to have it to be kind of poo-poo. And considering how Warzone is pretty much dead, they're gonna change Warzone as well. Again, I don't do Warzone, but from what I heard, they're actually gonna do really good changes, like starting armor. I think it's gonna be 3 or some shit like that. I don't know. It's gonna be a bunch of changes that I don't really delve too deep into, but I don't know. I'm kind of excited for DMZ because DMZ is like a new thing, and I kind of like the direction they were going with. We'll see what happens though. Until then, we have Chemist going underneath the map, never getting the weapon. Well, I got it already, but has anybody ever not gotten that weapon by now, like the M13? I'm actually curious. I wanted to see like a stat of like how many players actually got the weapon. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to make a quick video. Yeah, I'm keep making videos. I'm just kind of got back now into it, so just give me a minute, and yeah, I'll keep doing control and stuff like that. I actually have to play that now, so yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.